It's straightforward. As long as it takes. If it's 20 minutes, it's 20 minutes. If it's 30 minutes, it's 30 minutes.
I'll
Um,
talk real slow.
right, right. Super slow. All right. Well, welcome everybody to. I guess I'm calling this right now. 5 questions. A baseball fan should know, right? Like you know, 5 questions to ask a baseball fan, right? So, and with me is my good friend Kelly Robinson. I guys, I have to say that on my phone I have him as Kelly Baseball. It goes from like when we first met. I honestly didn't know his last name, so I just put him as Kelly Baseball, and then it stuck.
You even
I
mailed me packages that said Kelly Baseball.
I do, I do, I do. So it is Kelly Baseball. So Kelly, you are the minor league nerd. How you doing, my friend?
I am good. Happy to be here. Glad to be on.
All right, awesome, awesome. All right, my friend. So let's get started. Let's just jump right in. My question to you, and then this one is really cool because everybody has their own story. So when for you, Kelly, when did you fall in love with baseball?
It was definitely when I was really young. I can't pinpoint the exact moment,
Yeah,
but I do know the very first. It's funny because Virgil said he can't say that it was when he was 3 years old, and it's like I
right.
can. I was 3 years old the first time my parents took me to Comiskey Park to see a White Sox game.
Unreal.
Unfortunately, I don't know the exact date. The oldest date I can go back to was a doubleheader against Detroit in 1980.
Man.
But my family have been White Sox fans going back to 1900 when the team started.
Oh, dude. So this is like tradition here.
Yes, yeah. This is family tradition. It's more my mom's side of the family. My dad's side. My dad was a baseball fan, but my dad was more of a Bears fan.
Hmm.
Uh,
Also, he was a football fan more
he
than
he
anything else.
he was more football fan than baseball. My mom absolutely loved the White Sox. I mean, I had friends in the 90s who only knew my mom as sitting in the front room in the dark
Hmm.
watching White Sox games.
Wow.
So it's like my mom's side of the family, we can have different political beliefs, different tastes in movies, music, but the one constant with the entire family is the White Sox.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, which is what makes everything that's been going on the last several years
Yeah.
hurt even more because it's not just
Yeah.
me, it's it's a
It
family tradition.
yeah. And I do feel bad for a lot of White Sox fan. I mean, obviously we're in the same division. I'm a Cleveland fan, right?
Right.
Like, but to see what has been going on with that team, it's sad to see. To be honest with
It,
you,
it all comes down to Jerry Reinsdorf, and nothing is going to change
until he's
until
gone.
he's no longer with the team, which at the earliest will be 2029, which isn't soon enough, but
Hmm.
at least we have a path.
At least you have something,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But you know, it could be sooner. Could be sooner.
It could be.
You know, so we'll see. At least you've won a World Series in your lifetime.
Yes.
I am still waiting.
Yes. And it's funny because 2005 started off as a terrible year for me,
Mm-hmm.
end of an 8-year relationship, and I thought it was going to be a horrible year, and then it turned out to actually be one of the best years of my life.
And baseball was there. It was like, hold my
Yes.
beer. I got you, homeboy.
Exactly. It's funny because I'm not superstitious. I'm a little
Hmm.
stitious. No, I'm not
We're
superstitious.
not superstitious, but we're a little
Little
stitious. Yeah,
stitious.
yeah, you're right.
But it like like most baseball fans, not as bad as Paul, but
Hmm.
like most baseball fans, there's certain things you don't say, you
Yes.
don't when so I went to Sox Fest in 2005. It was my first Sox Fest, which is just their fan convention,
Hmm.
usually in January. And I went with my sister and I, and when I left, I'm like, I have a good feeling. But I didn't tell anyone. It's like, I'm not saying we're gonna win the World Series,
At
but
least we'll be there.
I think will go far, but
Mm.
did not say
You didn't
anything
want to
that made me
jinx
laugh.
it. You didn't want to
No,
jinx it.
no, no. Because I know don't ever jinx it. I don't talk about a no hitter, or I don't talk about a perfect game.
Correct.
And
Until it's done
right,
or it's broken.
right, and don't say how about those Phillies to Paul on opening day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't ever say that. That's just
No,
crazy talk.
no.
So, all right. Here's question number 2. Um, how up to this point, being 2025 right now, right? But how has baseball changed your life?
It's one of those things. It's funny because you asked that with Virgil. It's like I know the answer, but it's just it's affected my life in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, first off, said I've been a fan of baseball since I was 3 years old. So we're going on what, almost 50 years
Yeah.
of just baseball being important. There was a point after the strike where it kind of faded back a little
Teetered a
bit.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, just out of anger, but also just like with a lot of people, you get older, you start getting new interests,
Yep.
you
Yep.
do other things. But in '03 is when I finally started going back. But with my wife, with Christina, she fortunately, when we met, she was already a baseball fan,
Oh, that's good.
and she likes to travel.
Oh
So
my God. Check, check.
yes, perfect. So like the year before she and I met we met in '06. So in '05, I took my first baseball road trip.
Mm.
So like so many people talking on other podcasts or just in general, I've gotten to see so much of the country that I probably wouldn't have gone to see if it wasn't for baseball.
Yeah.
Like, the Sawmill Museum in Clinton, Iowa. I never would have gone to that, but I'm going to Clinton to see the Lumber Kings, so why not?
Let's stop. Make it stop there. Yeah.
Right. So something for Christina and I can do, because she loves to travel, she loves baseball. I love to travel, I love baseball.
Heck yeah.
So that was great right there. And then, like, even what I was saying with before about with my family is, we might, might not really have much to talk about, but we can always talk about the White Sox, even if it is to complain about Jerry.
Which is it's a unifying thing, right?
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I for us as the Dolans,
Right.
it's what we do.
Yeah. But then in more recently, so when I first joined, and I'm still going to call it Twitter, I first joined Twitter
So
back
do I.
in 2010, but I didn't really use it much for like the first 8 years.
Yeah.
And so then come 2019, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start using it more because I want to connect with more White Sox fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I connected with some really cool ones, but I also was connecting with a lot of like the type of fans I don't really like to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't like when you at the ballpark. I don't know. And I kind of feel bad saying this, but they're not going to see this anyway. But it wasn't really until 2020, which for all of us
Yeah.
was just freaking terrible.
Yeah, it was a shit show. Yeah.
But one good thing came out of it, and is that so many of us who are actually huge baseball fans focusing more on the minor leagues all started to meet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like back in 2004, I had an explosion of friends when I started on LiveJournal, which pre-Facebook.
Yeah.
Like I can point so many friends of mine that came from LiveJournal, and now in 2025, I can look and point at so many friends that I've met through Twitter because of my love of minor league baseball. That's when like Twitter really took off for me, which makes what happened to it even worse.
Yeah.
It's like it's all just comes back to negativity.
I
But
know.
but it's like so many friends. I mean, I can't even tell you how many new phone numbers I've gotten in my phone in the last 5-6 years.
Different area codes.
Different area codes, yeah. And so it's like, so baseball has opened a whole new world of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, creating the Minor League Nerd YouTube channel and podcast, and then coming on with Curve Brim Media just over a year ago.
Yeah, it's same with me. It's like since 2020, it's been a one hell of a ride so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's amazing. And then, at the time of this recording, right? Like We're just mere days away from our Corporate Media Meetup, which is
Mhm.
going to be up to this point the largest one that we've had. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because like we've had a lot of people.
we
We started with like I think it's like less than 10 people the first time that we did it,
right.
and now look at us. It's like this is
We got
amazing.
we got 30 people for the dogs on Saturday
That's you know how awesome that sounds.
and 23 for the boomers, but some people just can't make it.
Yeah, and I
But
get it. I understand.
yeah, it's like I'm like I was like hoping like hope we can at least get 20 just because then
I would have been
it
happy with
looks better with
20.
the team. And then all of a sudden it just kept people just kept coming and coming and coming. And then it's like and it's just great because it's not just people from out of town, it's local Chicago people too.
Yeah, so
I
which is
mean,
great.
yeah, my sister and brother-in-law are going to be there, but they have dogs tickets for that night anyway. Friends of mine, friends of mine who know nothing really about curved brim, they're going to be there. So it's going to be a great time.
That's going to be
And
amazing.
so yeah,
Cannot
so it's
wait.
just so much positivity on top of positivity on top of
Which
positivity.
is what we need right now. Which
Right,
is what we need
exactly.
right now. So,
Exactly.
all right. Question number tres. All right. Here we go. Um, give me a couple of your favorite baseball memories.
Okay. So the oldest memory I have is with baseball. Again, I can't place it exactly, but it's definitely in the late 70s.
Right.
When we would go to White Sox games, we usually went on Sundays for double headers. Back when
Okay.
almost every Sunday, almost every other Sunday was a double header, because my dad figured if I'm taking a family of at that point four, soon to be five, I want to get my money's worth.
Absolutely.
So we used to sit in the upper deck, right, either I can't remember if it was over our left shoulder or right shoulder. We would see Harry Carey.
Oh,
So it's like, so my oldest memory is looking and seeing him singing, just broadcasting and then singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
and people only think that Harry Carey was Cubs
Yep.
for but
Yeah.
he wasn't. He
Nope.
started with
In Chicago, we started with the White
in
Sox.
Chicago. That's what I mean. In Chicago, he
Yeah.
started with the White Sox.
Yeah. Yeah. He was a long time with the St. Louis Cardinals until he
Hmm.
got let go for just not getting along with Augie Bush.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Uh, yeah. But one funny thing is, so when I was a kid, I remember sitting at a game wondering where the park was because we're at Comiskey Park and
hmm
I wanted to go play at the park. Me thinking a park was like a playground because my mom would say, "Oh, I'm taking you to the park,"
yeah.
and we go to the park and there's all the rides and everything on. So I remember sitting up there looking around like maybe it's out there pointing at the bullpen or
Maybe it's
pointing.
somewhere around here.
It's somewhere around here. I don't know. I don't know when it was I found out that there actually isn't a park.
Kind of a letdown, but then you're like, I get it.
Yeah, but I got to see baseball, so it was okay. But I'd say probably like for me personally, like just with me and my sister and my dad, because even though my mom was the bigger White Sox fan, my dad went to more games.
Mm.
But like I said, 2005 was definitely a great season. Um, Opening day, a guy we're like I think we're the second row in the upper deck. Guy on first base side, a guy hits a foul ball. A fan catches it right by us, holds it up, and says, "We're going to the world. We're winning the World Series this year." And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, sure,
Okay,
whatever."
whatever, dude.
And well, 9 months later,
He was
uh,
right.
yeah, yeah. But then from that season, there was a game. It was a Saturday night against the Dodgers, where AJ Pierzynski hit a walk-off home run to win. Actually,
Oh,
it wasn't a walk-off. It was a go-ahead home run to win. And that was like when both my sister are like, neither one, we're like looking at each other like neither one of us wanted to say it, but we're both like, I think we're going to win the World Series this year.
right.
And then obviously just winning the World Series. I wasn't able to get tickets to the World Series, even though I tried at one point at my
Of
job.
course.
I had 5 computers going and couldn't get tickets
Oh my God.
for Game 4. The Bulls or the United Center uh, showed it there on the big screen, and so it's like the club level. And then when they ran out of space in the club level, they started going downstairs. So I went there with my dad, my sister, a friend of mine, my boss at the time, and his son. And it really was unbelievable. It's like, not
That's
rubbing it in,
cool.
but just experiencing it with my dad and my sister was just amazing.
I bet, dude. I love it. That's amazing.
But then just traveling around with Christina, so many, just too many memories to list. I mean, like I said, we're traveling all around the country, seeing places when we first started. Like I said, I did first in 2005.
Hmm.
She and I've been doing it since 2007 and have done it every year except 2020. And it started off with friends at first, like, wait, you're just traveling around to watch baseball games? Like, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. We're going to baseball games. That's the point.
But there's other things to
Right.
do.
We're stopping at museums. We're stopping at weird roadside attractions. We're going to the vacuum museum in Portland, Oregon. We're going to this cool restaurant, this awesome bar. We're going hiking. You name it,
We're doing it.
we're doing it. And then,
Uh,
then it's funny just, finally meeting more and more people who do the same thing.
it's true. Now there is one, and I'm surprised you haven't said it, which is the story that you told me of your, which I'm sure you know this, but like your wedding.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool, because it's tied to baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had a vintage style wedding circa 1953. So we got married on Leap Day. We wanted to do it inside the ballpark at guaranteed rate at the time, but I was just about a year off of a long bout of unemployment, year and a half, thanks, 2008 crash. And it's really expensive to get married in the ballpark. So, and it was Leap Day, so it's like it wasn't even a baseball game going on. So we got married in front of the ballpark, out in front of Guaranteed Rate, or Rate Field now. There's a monument to the 2005 World Series. So the plan was to get married right there, but it was so incredibly windy. That day we had all four seasons in one day.
Yep.
And it was so windy. Christina's Val was just flying all over the place. So we went around the corner into the shade or out of the wind. And it was just a small ceremony. It was us, both my parents, her mom, my brother and sister, my niece and nephew, my brother's wife, and then one of my aunts and Christina's mom were all there. And so a friend of ours married us in front of the stadium. And it was right in front of the ticket booth for the Sox, in which tickets are on sale. And as we're finishing up, guy from the ticket booth is like, "Oh, you should go inside and get a picture with the World Series."
Yeah.
With the World Series trophy, because the entrance in is like right there. So we walk in, and it's like you walk in, there's the desk out in front of you, and over to the left there's a case with the World Series trophy in there and the American League Championship trophy. And we walk in and said to the woman working there, like, "We just got married out in front. Can we take a few pictures?" And she's like, "Oh, sure, no problem." So we took pictures, my family, everyone, we're all taking turns taking pictures. And they have off next to it seats from old Comiskey Park.
Oh.
So Christina and I are sitting in there, and the woman comes up and she's like, "Do you want to go on the field?" Like, yeah. She's like, "Yeah, you can't go on the actual field, but you can stand on the warning track."
Yeah.
Which is something that, like, if you would actually have to pay for if you're getting married there. And so, yeah, we got to spend like 20 minutes on the warning track taking pictures, showing everyone where our season tickets were at the time. And yeah, for nothing.
That's amazing. And that's a
So
cool story. I tell everyone, like, man, if you want to know a cool baseball story, you got to talk to my good friend, Kelly. He has a good story for you when it baseball and wedding related.
yeah, and it wasn't just me, it's all Christina as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely. Christina was like, obviously she was there.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to talk to Kelly and Christina. You guys are not going to regret that.
And then 2 days later is when we actually had our reception, because Leap Day was on a Wednesday that year. And so what we did is around the wall where we had our reception, they were like hooks. So we put all 16 caps, well, actually 15 because I don't have a Cubs cap. We did the
Good
15
man.
caps. We did the 15 caps in order of how they finished that year. So like the Yankees won the World Series, so they were up top, and I don't remember in 53. I don't remember who won the NL pennant, but they were kind of lower. And then like American League was all on one side and the National League was on the other side. And then our centerpieces we actually had on a stick, like a little card that had the team's logo from about that time on one side, and on the back, like the ballpark they played in, the pennants they won, and the World Series they won.
This is a very much a Kelly and Christina type of deal. Like it really is you guys. I mean, I can't. There's no other way of putting it.
And
That's definitely you guys.
and our invitations were copied from the 1933 All-Star game, the first All-Star game, which was held at Comiskey Park.
There you go.
Like I found an old ticket. A friend of mine designed it for us. We had a website full of all kinds of pictures of baseball pictures, and another friend did that. So yeah, I mean, and we rickrolled everyone at our wedding.
Love it.
Christina came out to a cello version of "Never Gonna Give You Up,"
Nice.
and it was great because you could hear the laughter when it hit people.
Yeah.
What it was like, as it's the rolling through, laughing. Other people like, what's so funny, and it's like, this is Never Gonna Give You Up. And so there's a great picture of like the two of us laughing with our officiant Sean like looking at us like he's gonna kill us both for doing it.
That's amazing. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it truly was a great time.
I love it.
And we had hot dogs at our wedding.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we had hot dogs and Middle Eastern wraps.
Hey,
So
I like that.
an actual hot dog stand, a cart. There was a cart there, umbrella, everything.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a great time.
All right. Question number 4. Give me some baseball traditions or rituals for you.
Okay. So one of them, I'll start just from the beginning. One of them is we always buy, when we're traveling somewhere, going to someplace that's not, where we have tickets for, we always buy our tickets in advance.
Mm-hmm.
And we always usually try to avoid day games.
Yeah.
But if we do go to a day game, it's always in the shade. I score every single game.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I've been scoring since every game since 2012, but I took it a step further because in 2012 I actually started, and this is done. I scored every single game I went to before then that I didn't score, going all the way back to the 70s.
Jesus, dude, that must have taken you.
Yeah. And yeah, it took quite a while, but the worst is at one point I forgot we were up in the John Hancock, and I forgot my backpack in there, and I didn't get it back, and it had a whole bunch of scorecards in there, so I had to start over. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, that I took a long break after that because I was so frustrated. But
I bet.
But on the tradition, so yeah, we buy our tickets in advance. So if it's a new ballpark we haven't been to, or even one that we don't go to regularly, like we typically do it like White Sox, our first White Sox game, we'll always walk the concourse.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we go, it's the first thing we do is we get in. I usually try to get there when gates open, at least for minor league parks.
Yeah.
Which is typically an hour. Get there, and usually the first place we go to the team store, figure out what caps gonna get, and whatever mascots for Christina, maybe a jersey, any other merch. And then after we're done with that, then we walk the concourse. 360s are always the best.
Absolutely.
And as we're walking the concourse, we're looking at the food, which typically, because I'm a pescatarian, so I eat vegetarian who eats seafood, isn't always the best choices for me.
Mm-hmm.
like I'm lucky, cheese pizza it tends to be the big one, and it's great when you go somewhere that has a lot more options.
Hmm.
But Christina is stopping at every stand to see because she, wants to make sure she gets exactly what she wants and what she's going to be craving. And so after we get our food, we go to our seats, and which actually we'll usually check and see where our seats are at
Yeah.
the beginning, just so we know.
Just to
Uh,
have a general idea.
right, right. And so yeah, so after we get our food, we're in our seats, and usually there before the game starts. That's something that my dad did when we were kids.
Hmm.
You go there, you get your food, you sit, you eat, and you're ready for the game.
True.
It's like I know like other people like to walk around during the game, get different perspectives, which I can totally yeah, I can
That's me.
totally I can totally appreciate that. Or people like, Mark Viquez or Spencer Collins who do travel videos. It's like I would love to do that, but I want to sit in my seat and watch the game and score.
Yeah, 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 yeah. See,
So
I'm that guy. Like I like
right,
to sit down for a couple of innings, right? And then I need to walk around. I need to sit and look from different point of views and things
right,
like that. Usually, the berm is where I like to be at.
yeah,
The berm is that's my spot.
right. Yeah,
So
it's like it's not that I never get up. Like I'll
no, 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 no.
go up and get a
Yeah,
snack or go take a picture or go to the bathroom. And the great thing is that when I do get up, Christina knows how to score, so
so you guys can switch.
she can take over. Typically, also I'll take like an inning or a half an inning break anyway,
Yeah,
and she'll score. There might if I'm gone, they'll be like sometimes she'll be like I don't know what happened. You're gonna have to look that up, and that's what the app's for. I mean,
the apps is for, and that's
yeah,
what you come in and you're
yeah,
like, all right, let me, like you can go back later on that day or whatever when
right.
you get home, and then let me review this real quick and
Yeah,
go
exactly. And
from there.
that's what happened in 2016. The White Sox had 3 triple plays, and we were there for all 3 of them.
Nice,
And
dude.
and the first one happened, I went to the bathroom, I came back, and she's like, "I don't know what happened. There was a triple play." And I don't remember the exact order, but it's a triple play that had never happened before in the history of baseball.
That's amazing.
So, and it's always great too when like she's scoring and someone walks by, usually a guy, and they'll comment like to their friend, like, "Dude, did you see that woman is scoring?" And
That's wild.
yeah, I mean, it's because most people you don't see it anyway, and then typically you don't tend to see a lot of women. I mean, there are women who do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I have friends who do it that are women, but typically, yeah, you don't see it, and if you do, it's usually not a woman.
Mm,
So it's people are blown away when it happens.
it's true. That is true.
Yeah, but she wouldn't do an entire game.
No,
she
she's like, no, no,
she
no. See, I tried to do it. Like, don't get me wrong, I did. I tried. It's just my attention span does not allow for me to be sitting there the full 9 innings. I gotta
right,
look. I gotta walk around because I'm more of a. I like to see what's going on.
right,
Like the players, what they're doing, all of that.
right.
I can't. Good
It's,
for you, man. I have nothing but respect for people who actually can sit there and do that.
see, the thing for me is it forces me to pay attention more. Not not
True,
not
very
that
true.
not that I was am not, but it's like
No, 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 right? Because you don't need to know every pitch and all
right.
that.
Like at last year's meetup,
Oh,
I didn't I tried scoring Holly Springs. I couldn't. There was just too much
there's
going
just too
on,
much going on.
and there weren't that many people there, so we were able to spread out and
Joke
goof
around. We
around.
were talking. Yeah,
Yeah, but in
that tug of
Durham,
war was wonderful.
yeah, they asked for volunteer, and Christina signed us up.
I'm totally okay with this.
But then yeah, then like Durham, it's like we couldn't move around as much. We were all like stuck, so
True.
it was easier. And then in Zebulon with the Mudcats, it's like, well, this is where the shade is. I'm not leaving the shade.
No, but it was hot as all get out too.
Yeah, I know you went, didn't did you? I know Donnie went upstairs and said it
I
was
stood.
terrible.
I had no. I couldn't go upstairs because it was like the sun was hitting it, and I knew better than that. I stood back in that section right below you guys where we were at. So I wasn't too
Yeah,
far. It's just I had to stand up because
yeah,
there's no airflow
no,
whatsoever.
no. No, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like I know everyone was concerned about getting shade. It's like, don't worry, I'm on it because
Y-
that was our concern
Yeah,
initially about going. It's like there's no way Christina could be in the sun that long. I couldn't take it either, but she would
yeah,
overheat in like 2 minutes and pass out.
yeah. It's just
So
this. If I get it, my friend. All right. Here you go. You ready for the last question?
number 5.
Question number 5. Número cinco. All right. Kelly, why baseball, dude? Like, why?
So it's funny when you ask Virgil this question, I'm like, I know the answer. And I figured the answer out like 15, 16 years ago. So there's many reasons.
Of course.
It's it's just that it makes me feel happy.
Mm,
And it's like I said this on John Southey's uh YouTube channel when we went. It's like, and it used to be this way with the White Sox, but for many reasons it's changed, not just Jerry, but it's this way with the dogs. Like if I have a terrible day, as soon as they scan my ticket and I go into Impact Field,
mm-hmm.
I just get a big smile on my face and I just feel happy and at home. And it's the same whenever we travel and go to another ballpark. Like, it could have been traffic getting there, could have been hell. And it could just, but as soon as they scan the ticket
All changes.
and I walk in, it's like, this is where I need to be.
This is my
Like,
home.
I figured out my happy place is traveling the country with Christina, seeing baseball games.
That's amazing.
Um, so, and then there's just like it's the connection with my family, knowing that my family has loved baseball since at least 1900.
That's amazing. Like you have family members doing like the Black Sox,
Yeah.
like
Hmm. Yeah.
that
It,
that experienced that.
my dad was born in 1945. He remembers going to his first White Sox game. I think he said it was in like 1948, 1949. And he remembers there used to be a bar across the street. And my grandparents would go in there for a drink. They'd sit at the bar, and my dad would sit at a table having his Coke.
Yeah.
And he clearly remembers that.
That's that's why baseball right there,
Yes.
right? That's why.
But then another not as as a big reason is I figured this out in 2008, 2009. So I grew up, I was a hockey fan,
Hmm.
but I wasn't a Blackhawks fan because you could not watch Blackhawks games in Chicago.
Of course.
Bill Wirtz thought, oh, if I put like a lot of the old owners, oh, if it's on TV, no
No
one's
one will
going to come
come.
out. Right.
Yeah.
Just like when Charlie Finley owned the California Golden Seals and he put names on the back of his players' jerseys, the other owners resisted because they thought if the names are on the jerseys, we're not going to sell programs.
Jesus.
Yeah, the 50-cent program. So like Blackhawks were not on TV until after Bill Wirtz died. And so when he died, I was like, you know what? I
Time.
think things are going to start changing. Things are going to happen. So in the 2008, 2009 season, we got Blackhawks tickets. It was a 9-game plan. But one day while going to the game, I realized like one of the reasons it's baseball and then hockey and then soccer is because like right now I know who's playing.
Hmm.
And it's like so like right now the Dogs are off today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, they're in Milwaukee playing the Milkmen. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're at home playing Gary. The White Sox, I don't know who they're playing next, but actually, no, yeah, right now the White Sox are off. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're playing St. Louis. It's the consistency, it's the series
Yep. Yep.
where
Yep.
it's
Yep.
like, hockey or football, it's Sunday.
Hmm.
It's Sunday, which is, Sunday and then Thursday. And it's like, when I was younger, I was more into football, but as I got older, I kind of fell out of it. I'm more into the history of football. still.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's every Sunday. And like, that's cool because, people get together and they have parties, or they go to the game, or
It's
they
an
go to the bar.
event.
It's a total event. Well, for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's like, it's great knowing that event is going on 6-7 days a week with my team.
Yeah.
And then just in general, I mean, yeah, we don't get affiliated ball on Monday, but we get minor league, occasionally independent, we get collegiate summer league. So
Correct.
it's the consistency of
You have
knowing,
7 days a week if you want it.
right,
A game.
right. Hockey, it's like, yeah, okay, you're playing 2, 3, maybe if you're 4 times a week, that's great. And then like soccer, again, it's once a week, occasionally twice a week.
Depending if there's any, like, any tournaments going on or something
Right.
like that, then you may get a couple of games. But other than that, yeah, you're right.
Right. Or like lower divisions, especially in England, you play Saturday and you play Tuesday.
Yep.
So it's knowing, and that was that day while driving to a baseball game. And I remember talking or texting a friend of mine about it, actually the friend who married us, my friend Sean, and like saying, I realize why I like baseball so much. It's the consistency of the schedule. It's the series. It's knowing that this is who they're playing for these, sometimes 2 games, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 days.
Yep.
And well, now the terrible minor league schedule of 6 games.
I hate the minor league schedule so bad.
Your poll from like a few weeks ago, I didn't see it until after it ended.
Yeah.
And
the poll that I put on. Yeah.
And it's like when I saw that people, like the majority of people said they liked it. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Do you even know exactly? Like,
yeah.
I don't think people really understood. It's like I said, minor league baseball. Some people were talking about major league baseball. It's like, no, not major league. Like major league has its own.
Yeah.
set.
MILB.
Yeah, MILB, minor league baseball, right?
Yeah.
And people have their love for it, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
so.
I saw someone comment, like, I couldn't imagine being a season ticket holder and seeing the same team 6 days in a row.
6 days, it's just, and they're saying it for the sake of saving money or whatever. I'm not too keen on that, but whatever.
No. Yeah, well, if it's to save money, why are they doing interleague play? Like, why did Durham open on the West Coast?
Right, exactly. Like all the way over there in the West. You know what?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, we don't want to dive into that.
This is a different podcast.
Wrong
guys.
show.
Yeah. Make sure you follow the DSC Sports Show Tuesday and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll talk about that there. Kelly, thank you so much, my friend. I greatly appreciate you coming on and giving us a little bit of time. We're talking about these 5 questions. Where can people find you on the socials?
So my personal stuff, I'm on pretty much the only thing that's really public is my Twitter, which is just Calibration.
Mm-hmm.
But then for Minor League Nerd, so it's a YouTube channel and a podcast. YouTube channel is just Minor League Nerd. Same with the podcast. It's a podcast is basically the same.
Just audio format only.
Just audio format only. It's just search Minor League Nerd. It's on all platforms, and all the social media handles are Minor League Nerd.
There you go. And as far as myself, same thing. Just look for the Dad Hack Chronicles socials. Make sure that you catch, like I said, the Dad Hack Chronicles Sports Show Tuesday and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk all sports, not just baseball, some football, some hockey, collegiate wood bat. We talk all of that stuff, guys. So make sure you guys follow my good friend Kelly, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
All right, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, my friend.
This podcast is part of the Curved Brim Media Network. Here are some of the other members of Curved Brim Media.
Hi, this is Kelly Robinson, the Minor League Nerd. My YouTube channel explores the history of minor league baseball teams. More than just stats, we delve into team lineage, sharing stories from current franchises to obscure one-year wonders.
I'm Paul Caputo, and on the Baseball by Design podcast, I talk to minor league baseball teams, designers, and other super interesting people about what these minor league baseball logos mean, and I talk a little bit about ice cream helmets.
What's up, Bucketheads? I'm Anna DiTomaso, and each week on the Baseball Bucket List podcast, I speak with a different fan about their favorite baseball memories, what the game means to them, and what's left to check off on their baseball bucket list.
Hey everyone, it's Eric from the great state of Kansas.
This is Johnny from the New Orleans Baby Cakes Memorial Museum.
And we are the Earn Fun Average podcast,
where we talk to a variety of guests about their love of baseball and have fun doing it.
America, lower your standards.
Average is what we do best.
This is Patrick
and Corey
of BaseballMapper.com, and we have made an interactive map to help highlight all baseball teams from the majors down to collegiate summer leagues.
We want to bring you closer to baseball, so get on the site and find a team near you today.
Hey guys, this is Patrick Larson from the Minor League Baseball Hat History Series, and in every episode I go through the history of minor league teams through my personal collection of hats. You can find me on Twitter at @PatLarson1. I hope you guys enjoy.
Learn more about Curve Brim Media at curvebremmedia.com.